Good morning. How are you today? This morning. Thanks for checking me out. Come to get some energy in the morning. Today is December 11th. It is 5:30 in the morning. Whew. The weather is nice. It's pretty clean, pretty clear. Thankfully there's no water. The tides have essentially finished at the time that I'm coming to do my walks. And it's feeling kind of a little, not demotivated, but, and sorry if you're coming back here and I'm always talking about demotivation, but just trying to keep it real. And yesterday was a great day. We had a coffee with some friends in the morning, some guy time for about two and a half hours, and I had planned that I was happy to go to have some breakfast and coffee with some of the boys. But again, this morning I'm waking up and I don't know if you get this feeling, but inside my body I'm feeling like it's slowly picking up the old weight. And recently, like, I know that feeling, and that feeling causes me not want to step on the scale. And I weigh myself every single day at the exact same time so that I can get a semi-accurate reading. You know, if you weighed yourself first thing in the morning and then you weighed yourself a few hours after you've had your breakfast and after you've drunk 2 liters of water, and like that can be very discouraging within the span of, I don't know, maybe your body's different, but my body is like that. I can gain weight very, very quickly, and there's my mile just finished. I can gain weight very, very quickly, and I lose weight it takes a long time. But there's that weight on your body that's, here's my Christmas lights tree. There's some kind of weight that it comes and goes easily. So a good 5 pounds, a good 4 pounds, 3 pounds. And so anyway, I've been avoiding stepping on the scale recently just because I can feel it, you know, I can feel the weight going up in my body. Just feels different. So I stepped on the scale this morning, and sure enough, I think my lowest I was about 2 months ago was at 247. And this morning I stepped on it. I said, just bite that bullet, you know. It's better to be aware. You need to be aware of it, because if you're not tracking it, what doesn't get measured gets missed. And if I don't measure it, then I'm only fooling myself, because whether I know it or not, it's going to be happening. So step on the scale, 256 this morning. Yeah, so within the span of 2 months, gained about 9 pounds. And same time every day, weighing myself. Just like, it sucks. And just trying to keep myself a little bit morally motivated, because that is like, it's a shot to your, I don't know about you, but it's a shot to my ego, a shot to my progress. And it's all these micro things along the way. And I know that if I can cut that thing out and that thing out and that thing out, then I'll be a lot better off. But yeah, it's just crept up. And anyway, I went for my first lap, and instead of doing 1 lap, I did 2 laps. I ran 2 laps. At the end of the second lap, I was just exhausted. Which kind of goes to show you, like, your body obviously develops a tolerance, and you can start running for a certain amount of time. If you don't do it so long, then it becomes almost second nature and doesn't really take that much of a toll on your body. But as soon as you pass that normal rate, and my body's like, what are you doing to me? Like, where are we going? Why are we not stopping and taking a rest or taking a walking at this point? I said, no, we gotta keep going. So we did 2 laps. I could barely breathe. So I ran straight, and I came across this. I went to the back area where we play basketball. There's a basketball hoop all the way back there. And yeah, I haven't been gone back there in a long time, because the basketball hoop is broken. You know, and I used to love playing basketball, and one day I went out there and I just saw the rim was just hanging by a thread. And I just like, oh well, that's that. There goes that. And I've been thinking that was my second source of exercise was that basketball hoop outside of the gym. And honestly, I'm still a little afraid of the gym, and I don't know. I spend hours at the gym, and that hours is, surrounded by people. I guess I could go off hours, but just my whole schedule right now, it just doesn't fit my schedule at the moment. So anyway, I used to play basketball, so I walk back there. I'm like, man, let me just go walk all the way back towards the rim. I get to the rim, I look up, and the rim's no longer hanging by a thread. It's actually been patched up. It's been literally, somebody came back and they bought some iron braces, and they patched it up, drilled 4 holes, and although it doesn't look new because you can still see the damaging effects of it, the hoop is there. And I asked myself, like, bro, how long has this thing been fixed and you didn't know about this? How long has this been fixed and you could have been out here shooting hoops, getting a little bit more extra cardio? And it could have been days, it could have been weeks, it could have been months that somebody came on and they fixed it up. And yeah, so I'm excited, but I'm also like disappointed in myself, because all it does is take a little bit farther walk, or even if I'm on my motorbike, I could have just went in the back, and then I would have had that second piece of cardio or exercise back into my routine. And I'm just upset that I never knew about it, and it's nobody's fault except my own. And 100% is like I just neglected it and I didn't check on it, and it fixed itself, but yet I didn't avail myself to go. I couldn't move myself to go check on it. I just assumed that it was broken forever. Whew, some good life lessons going on here. Yeah, I just assume if once it's broken, it's done, and so heck with it. But yeah, so okay, one thing, I can mull about the past and I could be upset about myself about not going back there and not looking at it, but at the same time, now I know it's there. So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do in order to take advantage of that basketball rim? And that just means I gotta set up another schedule for myself to make sure I go out there to play basketball, weekly, semi-weekly, maybe 3 times a week. And I know what time the people are out there, and so that's the best time to go out, which is about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and everybody is shooting around, and they play a couple games here and there. So yeah, I let that get away from me. I let that source of exercise get away from me, and it's nobody's fault but myself. And also, like, I gotta deal with the fact that I had that YOLO moment, like, whatever, not YOLO, but just that moment where, it's broken already, forget about it. I'm not even gonna check on it. Whereas, yeah, it was there all along, as far as I know. So I'll try to get that basketball back into place, get some more cardio in there, because obviously my body's used to these runs and these walks. And I just gotta push myself a little bit harder. I mean, today's pretty cool, but I'm trying to put up a little bit more sweat to get that body reconditioned and try to get that weight back down, because I can feel it. I can feel it. And it wasn't like a spike jump. It was kind of like a small. Hey, have some popcorn tonight. Okay, let's watch a movie. And I have a strict rule with myself: after 7 o'clock, don't eat if you're at home. And even that, sometimes we'll watch a movie, and it's hard for me to watch a movie and not eat something. And that's just like what they call it. It's binded together. It's bound together. Eating something, a snack, and watching movies is just bound together. And so anytime I put on a movie, which we haven't been watching very much, to be honest, but we've been watching like Lost in Space recently, and we're finishing up that series. But every time we watch an episode or two, then I've got like a bag of chips, or yeah. Anyway, make it invisible again. And one last thought is somebody said something yesterday as we were drinking coffee, and he's like, just as a generality, not directed towards me or anything, but once you get into the monotony of routines and habits and stuff, sometimes you become demotivated. And yeah, I can say that after doing this for nearly a year now, yeah, it is tough to kind of redefine the why, because that was the big thing in the beginning of these walks, was figuring out my why, and my why was to get my health better. And would you believe it or not, my health does feel a lot better. So anyway, yeah, trying to keep things fresh, and that's something I've been thinking about, of trying to keep my routine going, but at the same time change it up a little bit so things don't get stale, you know, because nobody likes to eat stale chips. All right, anyway, I'll get some basketball. I gotta change something, because if I don't change it, nothing will change. So that's what I want to do. And for you, like, let me know what you're going through. Let me know what you want to change, and I appreciate you staying to the end of this video. Listen to me rant a little bit. Sorry about that, but we'll see you guys tomorrow another time. And remember, self-discipline, as hard as it is the name of the game. Keep it up. Love you guys. Aloha. Take care.